Colonel Jeremy Beaven, Commanding Officer, Marine Corps Base Hawaii, York, Pennsylvania. It was a fascinating experience, particularly as a Marine, where culture and history and tradition are introduced and are fundamental to our experience as Marines and are built into us from day one. And so the opportunity to keep the faith with the Marines who went before in a historic battle that really began the campaign in World War II across the Pacific as we fought back against the Empire of Japan. So the opportunity to be part of a little bit of history was significant, and it was an honor and an emotional experience. I always talk about no Marine left behind. That motto is more than just a motto, it's an ethos, and that we will never stop trying to keep the faith with our fellow Marines. And so obviously the Defense POWMA accounting agency will have to do their forensic work now and determine the status of the individuals and who they are. And so it's an opportunity to keep the faith, not just with the Marines, but the families, and that people here in 2025 understand that the Marine Corps will continue to keep the faith with its Marines, and Semper Fidelis, our motto, always faithful, that we will do that no matter how long it takes. Well, it's a great opportunity, not just with the individual Marine to keep the faith and with the families, but also with the countries that we support, our allies and partners, that they understand that our commitment to the region was there back in 1942 when we first landed aboard Guadalcanal to fight against the Empire of Japan, and it is still just as firm and strong today in 2025. And so as we go back and we continue this work to account for the individuals remaining who are unaccounted for from World War II, that also signals our commitment to them today. And so we are still engaged in the region. We are still engaged with the Solomon Islands and the government, and that we are committed to this region in perpetuity. And so I think it's important for the region, for the countries, for our allies and partners in the Pacific to know how strong the U.S. commitment is to that area. I think our Marine Corps culture is unique among the services. One, because we are the smallest of the services, and because our legacy and our history is so fundamental to our personages as Marines, that when you participate in those events, when we do those types of things, as I said, it amplifies and sets in concrete what those values and what that ethos means. The opportunity for those folks to see and to be a part of that is critical to our growth as individuals. And so the culture of the Marine Corps that ties us past, present, and future, events like this, again, solidify that. And whether you talk to a Marine from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Persian Gulf, the stories are the same, but the location in which they happened change. So that tie, that string, that war fighting ethos ties us all the way back to 1775. And by honoring those who came before us in the way that we did with this repatriation ceremony, it ensures that that string goes forward into the future as well. So always faithful is not just a motto, it's an ethos. It becomes part of our character as Marines. We keep the faith. We are always faithful to the Marine Corps, to our country. And so ceremonies like this repatriation ceremony of potential remains from a battle that occurred almost 83 years ago is a visual manifestation of that ethos. And when we have a formation, as we did, and the young folks of today watch us bring home potential remains from individuals who fought on Guadalcanal 83 years ago, they see that always faithful is part of our daily experience and how we live our life. That tie to the folks who came before us is direct, it's clear, it's linear, and that will bridge us into the future as well. And so always faithful is more than just a motto, it's the way we lead our lives as Marines.